Hi, everyone. Just give us a few seconds. Let some people come in and then we'll go ahead and start. We're starting promptly at 2 p.m. All right. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first Connect with Hall, which Connect stands for creating opportunities to navigate networks, education, careers, and training. And that's exactly what we're here to do today. I'm here to connect you with the real opportunities that can create real impacts for you all. So I'm excited to be able to show you all how our programs are designed to support you, your family, and your future. So just to go over our agenda today a little bit, we're going to be focusing on the Houston Area Urban Leagues programs, which is felt fit to start our series off with. So today it's going to be all about clarity and access. We're going to be able to walk through our core program areas, highlight some of the powerful upcoming opportunities that you all should be able to access, and just make sure that you all leave knowing exactly how to get started, because I don't want anybody here today to feel like they still don't know what we do as an organization, or they don't know how to get involved with our various different programs. So I want to be able to try and break down any confusion on how you might utilize our services and provide as much clarity to get as we can. So if you have any questions moving forward, just feel free to drop them in the chat, and then I'll be able to answer them as time allows me to. And then this session will also be recorded, and the upcoming events that we are discussing today will be sent out post-meeting via email that you use to sign up. And so you'll be able to go back and access those as well. So let's jump right into it. What is Connect with Hall? So just to give you a little bit more detail, we know that it is a monthly webinar info session, which was created to increase access, but also make sure that you all receive that clear and consistent information to better navigate resources in our community, as well as the Houston Area Urban League. So you'll be able to learn about upcoming programs here at the Houston Area Urban League and events, and understand the eligibility requirements that go along with that. And then also be able to get connected to community resources, because moving forward, we will have featured community partners that will be able to join in and tell you a little bit about their program and identify any next steps needed for you all to be able to access those resources as well. And aside just from being an information session, this series is going to act more as a bridge, that bridge between where you are and where you want to be. So whether you're looking for housing stability or career training, this space here is designed to make sure that you all don't have to navigate it alone and that you become self-reliant in that process as well. So we want to be able to use this series to remove any barriers to information. So instead of wondering what we offer or how to access services, this session is going to bring everything into that one space, making it easier for you all to take those next steps. So again, we will be spotlighting our core program areas today, which all work together to support individuals and families holistically. So that's going to include housing and social services, Center for Social Justice and Education, our Entrepreneurship Center, our Workforce Development and Training Program, our Health and Wellness Program, Health and Wellness Program, and our Education and Youth Development. And each of these program areas contribute to our overall wraparound approach here at the Houston Area Urban League, where we want to be able to contribute to that goal of helping you all create and achieve economic self-reliance, parity, power, and civil rights. So within this session today, you should be able to know what each of our program offers, who each program serves, how to get started, and then again, any upcoming opportunities and events that you can access later on. And jumping right into it, let's talk a little bit about stability because we know that's where everything starts. We know that while everyone's journey here at the Houston Area Urban League might look a little different, the programs and the opportunities that we offer are not so much focused on short-term help, but that long-term independence for you all. And we can see that here in our housing and social service program, which focuses on helping individuals and families and also veterans, which includes surviving spouses and dependents, be able to achieve that long-term stability by supporting you all with the tools you need to be able to secure and maintain housing. Because we know when housing is stable, everything else can seem more achievable moving forward. So that's one of the main pillars, or making sure that you can navigate those life challenges, especially when it comes to housing in this department. So those different services can include housing, counseling, rental and homebuyer education, mortgage delinquency counseling, homeless assistance, and veteran support services, which can range from housing counseling, credit and financial counseling, referrals, and in some cases, financial assistance. To be able to get started with this specific program, what you can do is start your intake process by completing it on our website, which is under the Housing and Social Services tab, which is hall.org. And then from there, you'll be able to schedule your counseling and register for any upcoming events like the first-time home buyers. Next, we have our Center for Social Justice and Education, where this program really emphasizes the power of being informed by focusing on strengthening civic engagement and empowering communities and individuals through education and advocacy. So this program is really going to act to ensure that you all are provided the necessary tools and education to be more civically engaged, because we know that civic participation is a right that is often underutilized when people are not aware of what to do or how to get involved. So this is often done in our program through civic education workshops, election protection and voting rights support, racial equity programming, and community outreach initiatives. And within this program, we really want to empower you all, especially underserved communities, with that knowledge, that confidence, and the access so that you can all participate in those systems that directly impact your lives. So being able to actually have that standpoint in those systems and be able to have that education and make the necessary steps moving forward. And while we don't have any upcoming events, we did recently host a voter text banking where volunteers were connected directly with community members to encourage civic participation, which we know the election did just pass yesterday. I hope everybody was able to go out and vote. We also hosted a Know Your Rights webinar to educate participants on how to respond when approached by law enforcement or immigration officials. And then we also conducted a polar monitor training to support voters and safeguard fair elections. So all of these efforts and all of these different instances work together to ensure that you and your community is informed and prepared and empowered. And if that sounds like something you want to be a part of or you want to stay up to date on or get involved, feel free to follow us on social media, which will be on the last slide of this presentation. You can also volunteer for outreach opportunities when you see them, and you can visit our website regularly, or you can tune in to Connect with Hall every first Wednesday at 2 p.m. to stay up to date on upcoming events. Now let's talk about ownership, specifically with our Entrepreneurship Center. So our Entrepreneurship Center supports aspiring and current entrepreneurs, especially those of color, with that knowledge and strategy needed to build sustainable businesses. We offer that through our Small Business Development University, which curriculum can range from venture financing or business planning to business development. We have one-on-one consulting and business mentorship, access to capital guidance, which all kind of play a part in helping turn those ideas that you have into actual income and a vision into viability. Because we know that entrepreneurship builds generational impact, and we want to make sure that we can support that process, making sure that you can get to that next step. So that's why we have this holistic and wraparound approach at the Houston Area Urban League. How do we get income and turn that into something that is long-standing and that longevity for you? And to be able to access our Entrepreneurship Center, you can also go to hall.org under our Entrepreneurship tab, and you can sign up online for the Small Business University and also get into all of our other different things that we offer as well. Now, for our education and youth development, I know it seems like there is a lot on this slide, but that is because there is a lot that is offered within this program, because at the Houston Area Urban League, we know that the youth, while they are the future, they are also the now. So this specific program prepares students for college, careers, and life by providing academic support, workforce exposure, mentorship, and family engagement. And within this, we intentionally partner with low performing and underserved schools to ensure that students facing the greatest barriers have access to meaningful careers, exposure, and any post-secondary pathways. Regardless of any barriers or life instances that we have, we want to make sure that the youth is prepared for the future past graduation. And then through these partnerships, we implement our Project Ready college and career readiness program, which is going to work to equip students with career exploration opportunities, workforce readiness skills, and that clear guidance towards education and employment pathways. So there's a variety of different ways on which we try and reach that youth and make sure that they are successful for the future, or they have that knowledge moving forward. And the goal here is really to ensure that students see that tangible pathway beyond graduation and just feel equipped to pursue everything on their own. We also have our early childhood readiness, our Texas School Ready, and summer programs and mentorship opportunities through this program as well. Right now, we are currently programming at Wheatley High School, Key Middle School, Aldine Carver High School, and Aldine Eisenhower High School. And to be able to get started with this, you can fill out an interest form, which is also found on our website, or you can get in touch with us on social media. And again, while we don't have any upcoming events for our education and youth development, I did want to go over a past event just to kind of show you a little bit about what we do. So a past event that we had was our family and community engagement events, which we call our FACE events, which create space for families to receive tools, resources, and that direct connection to support student success. These events are here to strengthen the partnership between families and schools, which we all know is necessary because student success is very much a community effort. If you ever heard of It Takes a Village, this is where this event kind of comes in. So our FACE events are hosted across multiple school districts, which is HISD, ALEAF ISD, and Aldine ISD. And they're open to families within the districts and offered in both English and Spanish. But if schools are interested or anyone is interested for that partnership, they can connect us directly to schedule those type of events. Now, who has ever heard of health is wealth? Health very much is wealth, but access matters even more. And knowing how to access that is what matters. And that's why it is very significant that we have our health and wellness program, because it ensures that individuals and families, especially those who are uninsured and underserved, can access coverage, preventative care, and a variety of different health education. So we offer that through insurance enrollment assistance to wellness events. And those all kind of work together to actively reduce barriers to care and improve overall community health. And to be able to get started with that, you can call the number on the screen here, which is our office. You can walk in, or you can get a referral from us, or you can also get it from community partners. And then you can stay up to date on our social media or our website for any upcoming events. Speaking of upcoming events for health and wellness, this is just a reoccurring direct service that we have where we provide direct enrollment assistance for things like Medicaid, SNAP, and other Texas benefits. And clients are able to walk in, call, or be referred again by Houston Area Urban League staff or community partners. And the documentation that is required for each of those enrollments do vary, and the staff here will be able to guide you through each step on what you need. So like you'll need proof of US citizenship for your Texas benefits and marketplace, and a Texas residency for your Texas benefits. Next up, we do have our Wellness Wednesdays, which bring education directly into the community. So we meet you where you're at to try and give you that knowledge. It can range from diabetes awareness to breast cancer education to interactive wellness activities, which are really fun. We've had cooking sessions that have happened at our office, or, Zumba or anything like of that sort. They can very much range in different ways to still give you that information to make sure that you have that access to knowledge when it comes to health and wellness. So these sessions are designed to promote prevention, empowerment, and healthy living. Our next Health Wellness Wednesday is going to take place March 11th at our Griggs office. And this event is free, and it'll include a health education presentation covering diabetes from the Prairie View A&M Wellness. Diabetes, breast cancer awareness, and chair exercise instructions. So see, we do a lot of different things. It's not just education. You can also get up, you can move, you can get involved, and you can have fun at these events too. Another health and wellness event is we have our Mom and Mobile Baby Health Clinic, which is coming up March 10th, and the 24th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. again at our Griggs office. For this program, you must be uninsured to receive services, or the newborn can only be up to 1 month old. And what these services are is the bus is coming to our office, and it's going to provide accessible care directly within our community to help reduce those barriers for like postpartum or newborn health services. And then women can also come and, get those checkups and those necessary screenings, for STIs or anything like that. And this is really important because by bringing these services directly into the community, we can help reduce those barriers and increase access to this essential care that some people often do not utilize or cannot find just, from being uninsured or, not living close by. So we want to make sure that we're bringing that to our community and we can make it accessible for the women and the babies and the mothers. And another health and wellness event, we have our mobile mammogram screenings, which is going to be happening March 11th from 9 a.m. to 3:20 p.m. again at our Griggs office. For this, the eligibility is going to be women 35 years or older and who are due for a screening. So you need to have a PCP referral to be able to come to this one. And it's very important as far as for this specific event that's coming up, because we know that early detection saves lives. And here at the Houston Area Urban League and our Health and Wellness Department, we really do try and aim to increase that access to preventative screenings and, make sure that we have that education and we can actually bring that to our communities so that they can access it as well. And then if you would like to register, you can contact Renee Steffens here. Here's her information. Again, we'll be sending this presentation out so that you'll have that so you can go back to. Moving into our next program, this is where opportunity really meets preparation. So through our workforce development and training program, we serve individuals seeking employment or career advancement, and we also work with youth ages 16 to 24 through our Pathways program. Throughout all this, we try and offer job readiness training, career coaching, that youth workforce pathways, financial stability services, and we also have specialized energy and tech training programs where people can actually get hands-on training or education to be able to upscale and further their career. And our mission throughout this program is to make sure that we equip the participants with skills that lead to long-term employment and any economic independence moving forward, making sure that they also can be self-reliant when it comes to furthering their employment strategies or making sure that they can access employment moving forward as well. Now, to get started with our workforce development and training, if you are interested in our two programs, we do require you to come to our orientations, which are every Tuesday at 10 a.m. at our Griggs office. However, if it is just career coaching, you can still come into the orientation, but you can also access our assessment to be able to fill that out, state that you need to be connected with a career coach. And then from there, you'll be able to follow up with any of our 4 career coaches that you are connected with, and they'll be able to help you with that upscaling, that interview prep, and those other employment services that's really going to help you strengthen your employment strategies moving forward. And this can be a self-referral, or you can have a partner referral through United Way ICJ, for instance, or from other agencies that send you over when you need that income support assistance. Now, one of the events that we have coming up for our workforce development and training program is our Project Elevate, which is the Urban Energy Jobs Program, which is going to prepare participants for high demand energy and construction careers through career readiness training and NCCER certification programs. And what's significant about this program, because as you see, we have a career readiness week, which is March 16th through the 19th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then we have the actual training, which follows right after that. So what's important about that is that we prepare you professionally for employment, but we also want to create those entry points for that high demand field and those well-paying industries. So we want to make sure that we're setting you up so that when you leave the program, you know how to utilize a 30-second pitch, or you know how to handle the interviews or present yourself moving forward. And that's what's really significant about this program specifically. To be able to get started with this program, you can attend an orientation screening that we have coming up next week on the 11th and 12th at 8 a.m., which is going to be hosted at our Angel Lane Community Center. For once, it's not at our Griggs program, Griggs location. Just note that our community center is in a residential program or residential area, so it's going to look like you're in a neighborhood. You're in the right place. You'll see it on the side. Our next program through our workforce development and training is going to be our Pathways Lab, which is one of our newer and exciting programs. It's going to be the week of March 9th, where the youth will have the chance to immerse in a virtual reality world and explore 4 different industries while they're able to decide the next steps in their professional career. So it can range from HVAC, automotive, electrical, and residential construction. And this is very unique as a program because it's a virtual exposure, but we know that exposure is very powerful, especially when it comes to youth, because these students that come can actually visualize themselves in that career. And from there, it can build that confidence and that direction, because some may never know that they were wanting to go into these certain careers because they had no exposure to them. So we want to, even if it's virtual, try and bring that to the youth to kind of see, that they have other options. So this is again, this is happening the week of the 9th, and who can attend is going to be youth that are ages 16 through the 8, or ages 16 to 18, juniors and seniors, or recent grads. And you'll be able to register at tinyurl.com/hall LVR. And then you'll be able to pick one day for the youth to attend. And again, this will be sent out later on so that you can actually have the link. And then the last upcoming program or event that we have through our workforce development and training is going to be our Urban Tech Jobs Program 3.0. And this is a unique program because this is where technology careers continue to grow, really, because this program positions anyone who is in it to access those entry-level IT roles with industry recognized credentials. And this is where they can actually take in-person training classes that are facilitated at the Houston City College East Side campus. They'll actually go through it. They will learn about those different IT recognized credentials, and then from there, they'll be able to take their tests and receive those credentials as well. And to get started with this one, you can also attend orientation, which is going to be required for our specific programs. Or, if you're not ready for it right now, you want to start with career coaching and kind of talk about how IT aligns with your future or aligns with your career goals, then you're more than welcome to come back, to get with the career coach and then access that further along the line when we have those classes coming up. Now, if there are any questions, feel free to drop them in the Q&A and then I can answer them for you. We do have one question. So someone had asked a question, which is submitting an inquiry through our website for expungement services, and they are wanting to know the process. So while we do not have expungement services directly for our program, we do have our resource board, which I can send out as well, that will have the Houston volunteer lawyers who should be able to give you the necessary steps on how to access expungement services. Are there any other questions? I'll give a few moments for some questions. Someone asked, do we still have the OSHA certification available? So the OSHA certification, I'm sorry, I should have specified for you, is going to be found in our Project Elevate, our Urban Energy Jobs Program. So within that, the NCCR training, that's where the OSHA 30 also comes in. And you'll be able to know all about what those safety protections, fall safety, and anything of that sort as well. So at the end, you still do get your OSHA certification. To be able to access that, you will have to come to our orientations every Tuesday at 10 a.m. To initially get started, but also you can attend the orientation screening that we have coming up next week on the 11th and 12th. Someone asked, when can we come to the office for help? Is it only during Tuesdays, and which location? So we do accept walk-ins for most of the direct services. It's going to be at our Griggs location, but it does not have to be on a Tuesday. You are welcome to come in. You can chat with any of our career coaches, our staff that are there and able to assist you, and we'll be able to direct you in for your next step. whether that's going to be following up on the website or if it's direct career coaching, then we can get you, directly to the person you need to speak to. But if you're wanting to get a general overview of all the information, then yes, you can come on Tuesdays, but also we know that offhand as well. Great question. Thank you. So for our education program, only teens at the listed schools, if that's what you're talking about, if it's for our education, our youth development and education, because it is a direct partnership with those schools. But if you are talking about our virtual event that is coming up through our workforce, it is any school. They just have to be within those ages and those ranges. So juniors and seniors or recent grads or 16 to 18. Any last additional questions? Doesn't look like we have any other. So just to stay connected with us, you're very welcome. To stay connected with us, we do have our office phones and our addresses. You're still able to call each line and we'll get you connected on whichever program or event that you're interested in. We also have all of our social media that you can stay up to date on and be able to tune in with that. And then our next Connect with Hall is going to be April 1st. No, it is not a joke. It will be April 1st from 2 to 3 p.m., which will be featuring United Way of Greater Houston and how to access the Integrated Client Journey self-service model tool. And that tool is going to be very helpful, especially if you're wanting to help have that self-reliance and self-efficiency when it comes to navigating different areas, especially when it comes to your next steps for your growth. So thank you all for tuning in today. If you have any questions moving forward, feel free to email me. Again, this will be going out as a link and an email with all of our upcoming events attached to it as well. I hope you all have a good day and hope that you all learned a little something new when it comes to our resources. Sorry, we have one more question. Specifically for expungement services, we do connect people to the Houston Volunteer Lawyers, which is at makejusticehappens.org. Happens is with an S. Type it. I will type the answer in the chat for you all. All right, you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. Oh, no, S. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. All right, you all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and thank you all for tuning in and being here. And we look forward to supporting you on your next step forward.